What is going on, New York Giant fans? Welcome back to another video here on the channel. Hope you guys are doing well. Apologies for the lack of live content and all that different stuff. Just recovering a little bit from the flu. But we have been pumping out the Senior Bowl content in terms of, obviously, what we did in Bama, the interviews. There's plenty more interviews to come, so please check them out. Share them with your friends. We appreciate all the support that we got while we're down there, whether it was on the videos or on Twitter as well. But I want to talk about a topic really to open the offseason for the New York Football Giants as the Super Bowl is now over. And this is a topic that's been brought up many a times, and I'm going to break it down realistically. I'm going to break it down, pros, cons, stuff like that. And then at the end, when I'm done my decision, I'm going to go on I don't want to say a little rant, but just a little explanation and kind of a convincing matter. So one of the topics that has been surfing the Twitter sphere and some of the YouTube sphere for the last few weeks is whether Matt Stafford should come to the New York Giants, whether the New York Giants should make that move. Matt Stafford is 37 years old, from Tampa, Florida. He played with the Rams last year. He's been playing with the Rams since 21, with that big trade between the Lions and the Rams, Jared Goff, Michael Brockers, etc. He was with the Lions from 2009 to 2020. He was the first overall pick in the 2009 draft, obviously, which was from the 0-16 season that the Detroit Lions had. Last year, Matt Stafford, now we could call it last year officially, 20 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, 10-6 as a starter. I think the last game they put in Jimmy Garoppolo, so he was pretty healthy. The year before that, 24 touchdowns, 11 INTs, 15 games, and then the year before that, only 9 games coming off of a Super Bowl victory against the Cincinnati Bengals. And then also, for some extra reference, if I could get it up real quick, I guess I can't. I was going to go off of the playoff stuff, but I guess they don't have it here. Actually, I might be able to get it. Yeah, 2 touchdowns against the Rams. 2 touchdowns against the Rams. 2 touchdowns against the Eagles in the playoff game. 2 touchdowns, no INTs. 59.1% completion, 324 yards, and then completion percentage was up to 70.4 the previous game against the Minnesota Vikings. 209 yards, though, 2 touchdowns. That's when the Minnesota Vikings got absolutely housed in their own building. I think the rushing game was a big factor in that. So that's his recent stats. Now, what are we talking about in terms of a cap hit and all those other different things? For 2025, according to SpotRack, he is projected to have a cap hit $49.6 million. The base salary is at 23. Signing bonus is 12, plus you have the restructure, roster bonus, all these other different things, which counts right now for about 18% of the cap for the LA Rams. And then 2026, his base salary goes up to 26, 53.6. That's his cap hit for the 2026 season. Now, obviously, some stuff can be negotiated. The Rams could send the Giants money and, finagle something that way, maybe a split even. 2027, he is a free agent. I don't know how it would cost the Giants. I've seen people do projections and stuff about, the Giants would only take on $27 million in the cap hit if Stafford is traded, and the Rams, obviously, all the dead money and stuff like that, which, again, I don't know how accurate that is. But obviously, we have yet to see certain shit play out. That's just the way I see it. So you have all that free agent in 2027. Now, let's pros, cons, all that stuff. We're going to bring it right here. Now, if I'm missing anything and you agree with me or disagree with me, I'm encouraging you to go in the comments section and also share out this video, do all the good stuff. Use the SeatGeek code. Baseball season is coming soon. Big Blue in the Bronx, $20 off your online order. Anyway, pros, cons. He's an experienced vet with a Super Bowl ring. He does bring you some sort of instant credibility in that quarterback room, which is kind of my next point. He's an instant upgrade at the quarterback room. He's a guy that Obviously, he gets banged up every now and then, but he is still a capable arm in the NFL. Obviously, he was doing some sort of decent average, I would say, with the LA Rams last year, and hopefully if he gets traded here, he would be able to continue that. But he's 37 years old, again, experienced vet with a Super Bowl ring. I'm pretty sure he's got a few Pro Bowls under his belt, comeback player of the year, all that sort of different stuff. He's broken a couple of different records. So experienced vet with a Super Bowl ring, coming in here, and he's an instant upgrade at the quarterback room. And he's also a leader, too. I mean, he's been around the league. He's been with some shitty teams. And obviously, just the leadership, the play, the resume, it's a huge, huge upgrade over what we have now. I might retract the huge part. Now, here's a lot of cons. This is just me. Longevity. Matt Stafford is 37, as I've mentioned about 700 times so far this video. The Giants, I don't think, are in a position to trade for a 37-year-old quarterback. One part also is the weather. Matt Stafford has played in a dome his entire career. And, if I'm not mistaken, my college football knowledge isn't great, Georgia plays in a dome. So therefore, he's played in a dome all his collegiate career and all his NFL career in terms of a home base. He comes to New York, it's not going to be pretty. The last few games that he's played against the Giants at home have not been pretty. He's had at least 1 to 2 turnovers in each of those games. And, put away the game against the Rams in 2021. Obviously, he threw 2 interceptions to McKinney. And that was in October weather. You got games in December where he didn't play well. And it gets really cold in December, January in the Northeast, specifically New York, obviously. So the weather wouldn't be a great factor in this trade. And he probably prefers a place like Florida. I mean, he was born in Tampa, so I think a better suitor would probably be in that scenario. Again, pros and cons would probably be Miami. Salary, right? Are the Giants in position to take on that much? We talk about the bridge quarterback and bringing in a rookie. That is probably cheaper than bringing in a Matt Stafford, to where you bring in your bridge, you bring in your rookie, right? You bring in those guys. That's cheaper, and you could upgrade the team around you, and you're not spending assets. The Giants would have to give up a second-round pick, at least, for Matt Stafford. And I am not comfortable doing that. I'm going to be completely transparent with y'all. So that's part of asset management. Here's crunch time, which kind of deals with the longevity. The New York Giants' current general manager and the New York Giants' current head coach have 2 years remaining on their contract. If you bring Stafford in without drafting somebody at 3 or maybe in the second round, I'm going to leave it up to the 3 quarterbacks in Ward, Shador, and Jackson Dart. If you don't draft any of those guys, and you're saying, okay, we're going to get Stafford in here and we're going to bring it back up, and then we're going to draft like Dylan Gabriel or a Will Howard or a Kyle McCord, it's go time. It is go time. No one's going to care after the fact that you drafted some 5th-round dude, okay? Matt Stafford, trading for him would be meaning you're ready to win now. People within the organization, or at least, you could say within the organization, outside the organization, whatever, have given the excuse Joe Shea and Brian Dable have never gotten their own quarterback. Daniel Jones was forced on them. So why not draft your own guy? Because obviously you're sitting there at 3. The Giants are not going to be back there again because they tend to not do a great job of tanking, and they're always mediocre. They're too far away from the playoffs, and they're also too far away from the first overall pick, the second overall pick, whatever. The top quarterbacks in the class. That's really what it comes down to. So when I say crunch time, right, what if we explore the first option where they don't draft any of those top 3 guys, and you have Stafford come in and they win like 7 to 9 games, and then they do the same shit the year after, and it's contract time, and Joe Shane hasn't built this great roster around Stafford, so you're getting the same result year after year, and John Mara's like, you know what? I'm going to let you guys can walk. Like, this was not the product that I wanted 5 years ago when I hired y'all. So that would be a waste of resources. And again, it goes back to the original point of you don't trade Stafford to be relevant. You don't trade Stafford to go to a wild card. You trade for Stafford because you want to go to the NFC Championship or you want to go to the Super Bowl. Right? That's what the Jets did with Aaron Rodgers. Now, here's actually, you know what? I'm going to go to my verdict right now, and then we're going to go to the little thing I have after. Should the New York Giants trade for Matt Stafford? I think I've made it abundantly clear. No, absolutely not. There are free agent quarterbacks. The Giants should draft a quarterback at 3, being Shedeur Sanders or Cam Ward. And they should bring in a bridge backup or a bridge starter, a Russell Wilson, a Jameis Winston, a Justin Fields. Somebody of that caliber should come in, start while the rookie is learning, and then throw the rookie in halfway through the season, right? Halfway through the season. So for all of the people that are on social media, the content creators, the fan page people. By the way, this has come up again just because the Giants hired Chad Hall, who is the brother-in-law to Matt Stafford. Why would Matt Stafford want to come here? And don't give me this, oh, well, the Giants are a historic organization or it's New York City. First of all, last time I checked, Matt Stafford plays in L.A. And I believe L.A. still has the same value as New York City, if not more, to be completely honest with you, because the football teams suck in New York. Last time I checked, the LA teams are good. The Chargers were in the playoffs, and the Rams were a few steps away from making the Super Bowl. So why would Stafford want to leave there? Why would he be disgruntled and leave there to go to New York to win less? He would have to carry the team on his shoulders even more. The Giants are not ready at all to trade for Matt Stafford. It's like mashed potatoes. You could either do it the proper way, which is, peeling potatoes, putting them in a pot, doing all that stuff, or you could make the instant mashed potatoes that come in the cup that you put in the microwave. That's this move. Putting mashed potatoes and stirring it in the Idahoan cup is exactly what trading is. Exactly the analogy that I'm referring to in terms of trading for Matt Stafford. I'm not trying to piss on Matt Stafford. I'm not doing that. He is 37. He is on the back end of his career. So why would he want... He sees the Giants organization probably the way a lot of teams do right now. They haven't been good in years, and they're a desperate organization. He could go to a team like Miami, the Raiders. Though the Raiders, it's not like... they play in a dome, so it's a little bit more enticing than the Giants. The Steelers, the Dolphins. There's so many teams that are better than the Giants and are in better position than the Giants. If for some reason the Rams let go of Stafford and he goes to the Niners, that's still a better upgrade over the Giants. Like, we can't be convincing ourselves, oh, the Giants, we can't be doing this like Yankee thing where it's, the Giants are the only team that wants Stafford. No, that doesn't work like that. There's 31 other teams. 30 other teams if you're really counting the Rams and the Giants, you put that aside. So I'd really like to know who wants to trade for Stafford and why, because I really just outlined as to why it's not a good move. But we're going to have videos for you guys throughout the off season. Definitely through this week. We're going to start talking about bridge quarterbacks a little bit. I do want to get into a mock draft and an ideal offseason. I try to hit those every year. And, of course, we'll be having a stream, I believe, on the 8th of March at 9 p.m. To talk about the Giants offseason as free agency hits that next week. But Appreciate you guys. Like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications so you know when a live stream pops for your drops. Appreciate you all coming back. Peace out, guys. See you later. Stay cool.